Go. I can hear you. Not loud, but I can hear you. Okay, there we go. How you doing, Keith? What's up, man?
I'm doing good, David. How are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, man. Good, good. I'm glad. All good. 2022 is going to be a year of rock, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, how's your
Where,
day
where,
so
where,
far?
where are you calling from? Where are you calling from?
I'm from India.
Okay. What part?
I'm from the deep south, the Cape Comorin, around the Indian Ocean.
Nice, man. Okay. What time is it there, bro?
It's 11:30 in the night.
PM.
Yes.
Wow. Well, hey, thanks for making this
It's my
work. I know
pleasure.
that's late.
It's my pleasure, David.
Good,
so,
man.
so David, shifting time. Your album is scheduled to be released on January 21st. So, can you tell me a bit about the songwriting and the production behind this album?
Yeah, man. Well, are you familiar with Alessandro from who
Yes.
works on a lot of records? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Serafino and Mario from Frontiers Records are good friends of mine, and
Mhm.
we talked about doing this record with a different lineup, and we needed some help on songwriting. And the funny thing is that we knew I had worked with Alessandro before, and so we got some ideas, and the more and more we went down the song list, his songs were just the team he assembled to do songs they're just phenomenal, and they trumped anything that we brought I mean, just because of the timing and stuff, and yeah, man, I mean, he's awesome. He's really into that rock music, man. That is unfortunately, I don't know what it's like in India, but in the States, rock has been kind of dormant for probably a couple decades, but Europe with Frontiers and stuff, man, it's kind of getting a second life, and we're excited, man. We're excited to hopefully, this it's a whole new generation that of people that don't know this kind of music that need to hear it.
Amazing, amazing. You guys have already put up two amazing videos. Let Let Our Love Win and Never Die Young. So two
Yeah.
amazing videos so far. So how do you feel about the outcome of these two videos, and what do you feel about it?
Yeah, man. We were first of all, we're grateful to make this record, and feel like those songs are very, very commercial for Giant. They're like writing the Giant kind of singles, and yeah, man. We shot the video. There was a challenge because this pandemic, man, has been crazy hurdles to jump over for everybody, right? And our singer is in Sweden, so we had to make the record. We had to do the photo shoot, the record, the photo shoot, and the video all without him in person, and it was different because so we had the video guys in the editing they did a good job. It's not the same being in the same room, but with technology we had to make the best of it, and yeah, I love the videos, man. I think they're awesome.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We've gotten some really good response from it. I mean, really, and we're very overwhelmed and grateful with the response so far.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. And what will be the release date plans for you guys on January 21st?
Yeah, no immediate plans. We're in negotiations right now to film a live show of Giant, some of the new stuff and some of the original stuff. So we want to film a live performance of that, and hopefully, like I said, with the pandemic, man, hopefully the live scene opens back up again, because it's affected the entire world, right? I mean,
Yeah,
that's our outlet, and man, so hopefully we can do some live shows.
wonderful. That sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah, man.
And I know it's been almost 12 years since Promised Land, and you guys have come up with this new album. So, what would be the next plans for the band?
Well, when we did the Promised Land, like as 2010, 11-ish kind of time
Yeah.
period, um, I don't know if it was just, the lack of, audience, or, appetite for that kind of music, or if we didn't have the right lineup. I don't know what it was, but it was, maybe all of the above. But I feel like the time is right. I mean, with the response, you never know when you make a record. You just make art, the best you can, and you never know what kind of response you're going to get. Well, I feel like we've gotten great response so far, and I feel like it's time for this kind of music. We don't want to wait 10, 12 years to make another record. We want to make another record, but we want to play some shows with this one. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get out there, in 2022 and play some shows, man.
Sounds amazing. And I was 7, 8 years when you guys first put up this album, Last of the Runways. And now I'm almost 41 now. So I still listen to you guys. You guys are making amazing music, even though the albums were limited, but the quality of the music was so awesome. And I really love you guys. I keep listening to you guys. Even now, I'm a Believer is still one of my favorite songs from you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's been a minute, man. It's been a minute since we made those records and toured that record. Yeah. Man. What's the rock scene like in India? I don't, excuse my ignorance, I just don't know.
It's absolutely good. Even Front just recently signed with one of the rock bands from India called Girish and the Chronicles. So rock scene is quite going real good here, David.
Wow, man. Well, maybe we'll bring Giant over there. I've never been to India. I'd love to, man.
That'd be amazing, David. That'd be amazing.
Dang.
So, David, how has the journey of music been for you guys so far?
Well, I mean, overall music. Besides Giant, we all work on a lot of different records, right? I produce a lot of records, and I get to play on a ton of different records, all different genres, and I've been making records since I've been a freshman in high school. So that's all I've ever done. Knock on wood. I've been in music my entire life. I grew up in the studios. I grew up around music and in music, and it's always the same to me. It's always exciting. Any music I do, I'm eternally grateful. And like our father taught us, always put your best foot forward. My dad was a world-class string arranger, and he was an old school guy. He'd write every note for a 60-piece orchestra, every note by hand. And if it wasn't good enough, he'd rip it up and start over. And we saw that growing up, and like, wow, you're already done. He goes, no, it's not my best work. So he'd rip it up and start over. And it's like, unbelievable. So he taught us to respect the art form of music. Respect it. Respect your name. If your name's on it, do it right. And my father passed 3 years ago, and always taught us that lesson. And Dan, my brother, we're best friends, and we work together every day, every week since high school. We've worked together, and we still do. And our dad passed us along. It's like, respect music. And so the musical journey it's been a long one. It's been a great. I'm like a cat. I've had 9 lives in music, and hopefully have 9 more. Just different. We just keep evolving. Keep evolving where music trends go. And I love new music. I love all kinds of music. I listen to everything. And luckily I've got to be a part of a lot of different music. Even this pandemic, I produced records from everywhere from Houston, Miami to Dubai in Japan. And, I'm lucky, fortunate to do that. And I've never gotten to work with the Indian artists yet, but hey, maybe your listeners will find, can reach out and we can figure out something like on that term, because I do a lot of pop music, and I do a lot of ethnic music, which is my big background. I love every kind of instrument, every kind of thing. And so if you want to make a record with David Huff, email me. Let's go.
Yeah. Sounds great, David. And David, would you like to share some of the great moments that you had over the years?
Wow, that's a great question, man. Well, getting to tour with your brother, being able to tour when we did some great shows, we toured with a lot of big rock bands. That's always special to me, because we made records, we played sports together, we toured, most of the world together as artists, and those are some great memories, man. We played with we played some shows with bands like White Snake, Heart, to Bad Company, Bad English, who else? And Bryan Adams, Elton John. We got to play some massive shows where different artists, and you know, it was so fun to be able to play your music to an audience, you know, that you start from your garage or your home studio. Next thing you know, you're touring around the world. I mean, that's pretty special, man. Pretty special.
Amazing, amazing. And Jan is the band who brought up the new genre of melodic rock, a pioneer to this kind of music. So how do you feel about that? And how do you feel about the bands who succeeded Jan from this genre of music?
But ask that one more time. I'm having a hard time hearing you. Hey, because it cut out for 1 second. Ask that one more time. I'm sorry, Keith.
Yeah, so what I was asking is, like, Giant is the band which brought the genre of melodic rock to the audience, and there are a lot of new bands formed after Giant. So how do you feel being a pioneer of melodic rock?
Wow. Well, I mean, well, I don't know if we ever thought of being a pioneer, but I mean, we appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, you know, we learn from artists. I mean, you know, we learn from bands like, you know, Foreigner, Toto, Journey, and you know, and the cool thing is we're friends with those guys. You know, we grew up listening to them, and we became friends. And you know, Jonathan Cain from Journey is a good friend. You know, we recorded some of this record at his studio here in Nashville, and you know, I produced his daughter, and guys in Toto were dear friends. And you know, I think it's like anything else, man. You know, you learn and you do your best job at it, and then you pass it along. You know, and it's flattering to know the people that, you know, that would model something after Giant. That's actually really cool. Well, Kent, the singer, was a big Giant fan, and I got, you know, the record label sent me a video of him, and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's a great singer. You know, and he's very soulful, or great rock singer, but he's got soul too. You know, and you know, it was like, it was kind of weird going like, yeah, hey, I'm a fan of your bands, but hey, and I was like, hey, you want to be in Giant? Come on, let's go. So that's kind of cool.
Amazing, amazing. And talking about the band, Giant has still stayed Giant. There was no changes to Giant, and you guys are still making the same amazing music that you guys were doing back in the 1980s. So that's so awesome. That is so awesome to listen to you guys again and again. And thank you so much for that one. And David, finally, what would be the message that you want to give to your fans around the world?
Man, you know, we're flattered by all the response of the fans. I mean, I didn't know that there still were Giant fans out there. I mean, you know, because it's so, you know, the internet brings everybody together, but you know, I haven't been in and around it much, and man, the outpouring of response has been really amazing. And we're so appreciative that we get to make, you know, music that we love to, and people, you know, respond to it and like it. So man, thank you fans, and hopefully when we get this pandemic under control, we can come out and play some of these songs live for everybody. Somebody come out and see us, say hey.
Amazing, amazing, David. And David, it's a real pleasure talking to you and meeting you today. Being a childhood icon for me, it's really an honor for me to talk to you today. And thank you so much for the amazing music that you've been giving, and thank you so much for the upcoming album Shifting Time. Looking forward for January 21st for the release of the album. And thanks again, David. You have a good day ahead.
Keith, thank you so much, man. I appreciate your support, and for us and Giant, and for rock and roll music. Thank you for keeping that art form alive, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you. You take care of yourself, David.
Thank you too. If you need anything, call me. Hit me up, man. I'm around. Appreciate your help, man.
Sounds good. Sounds good, Dave. Thank you so much.
All right, Keith. See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.